Who really controls the future of Iran's nuclear deal here? Europe or Donald Trump? Well, Tehran says that Europe has surrendered now. Iranian officials argue that Paris, Berlin, and London, well, they are no longer acting as mediators but as messengers for Washington. According to Iran's foreign ministry, once the UN-wide sanctions are formally reimposed later this particular month, the US will hold the power to decide what comes next. Why? Because sanctions at the UN Security Council fall under America's veto power. Basically, in short, Europe pulls the trigger, but Trump gets the gun. Think about this irony here. For nearly 2 decades, European leaders, be it anybody, prided themselves on being the bridge between Iran and the West. They called themselves honest brokers, deal makers, diplomats of balance. Huge words, but now Iran says that Europe is no longer neutral. Instead, it has become a proxy for Washington and even Israel. Tehran points out to Germany's Chancellor Friedrich Merz, who openly said that Israel was doing the dirty work for everybody by bombing Iran's nuclear sites in June. Iran believed that this wasn't just approval, it was silent collaboration. Officials in Tehran even claim that European intelligence may have helped Israel carry out these precision strikes. But here is where it gets bigger. Iran's parliament is preparing a dramatic move. Withdrawing from the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, or we can call it NPT. If that happens, then international inspectors lose all the rights to monitor Iran's nuclear program. That means no camera, no checks, no oversight. That would push Iran closer than ever to be able to secretly build a bomb. Now here, lawmakers say that the vote will happen soon and overwhelming support is actually expected. Now Europe insists that sanctions are not punishment but they are pressure. They have given Iran 3 conditions just to avoid the snapback. Let me narrate it to you. A. Allow UN inspectors back into bombed nuclear sites. B. Hand over details of its 400 kilos of highly enriched uranium. And third, open direct talks with America. Now, in the meantime, Iran calls these demands insulting. Officials say that inspectors have already been very biased, leaking information to Israel in the past, and they pointed out the hypocrisy. If Israel destroyed Iran's facilities in June, why does the West still demand more restrictions? Here's the mood inside Iran right now. The public is angry. People see the June strike as a humiliation. An attack during negotiation, a violation of sovereignty. Now for Iran's leaders, compromise now looks like weakness, and that's why Iran's diplomacy is limited. It cannot be seen as a country bowing to Western pressure while its citizens demand revenge. But at the very same time, Iran is not closing the borders either. Here, diplomats say that Tehran is still willing to talk. They are even offering to scale back the enrichment to the 3.67% limit under the 2015 nuclear deal, provided their right to enrich uranium is recognized. They insist stockpiles have not been moved and they have sent messages to Washington. But here's the twist. The Trump administration isn't answering either. Silence from Washington makes Iran believe that US isn't interested in any type of compromise at all. Well, if Europe pushes sanctions through, the nuclear file essentially moves into Trump's hand. And if Iran exits the NPT, the world loses its last window into Tehran's nuclear activity. Now, what follows can be an arms race in the Middle East, more Israeli strike, and an Iran even more determined to fight back. So what happens next, only time will tell.